and is dedicated to helping our future leaders eliminate financial hurdles by providing 35 high school seniors a $2,000 scholarship every year. Applications open in January. Visit Educators Credit Union at ecu.com to learn more about how to apply. Educators Credit Union, insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
The American Cancer Society is launching Voices of Black Women, the largest ever study focused on Black women's health. This groundbreaking initiative is aimed at understanding health conditions like cancer so we can learn how to improve overall health among Black women. If you're a Black woman between 25 and 55 with no history of cancer, you can join by completing an online survey and short follow-ups twice a year. Your voice matters, because together we can uncover the root causes of cancer disparities and build a healthier future for generations to come. Learn more and enroll today at voices.cancer.org.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. A major boost to help students prepare for college in Milwaukee Public Schools. $46 million is going towards the Gear Up initiative, with funding from a federal grant along with local and national partnering organizations. Greater Milwaukee Executive Director Linnell Ramey.
We want to first make sure that all young people in the program have support. Support not just educationally, but socially and emotionally as well. Because we know all of those things are needed so you can grow and prosper long term.
Gear Up will support more than 4,000 MPS students starting in grades 4 through 7 and follow them into their first year of college. A Republican gubernatorial candidate is proposing sweeping changes to Wisconsin elections process. Under the plan proposed by Josh Schumann, the Wisconsin Elections Commission would be abolished, replaced by an elected official Schumann says would be held accountable by Wisconsin voters.
We're always better off having things in the hands of elected officials with good, competent public servants helping to administer.
Under the plan, all statewide elections would also be moved to the fall. Schumann says he fully expects the legal battle to play out.
It seems like lawfare is now the way forward, aside from the politics.
Governor Tony Evers signs an executive order that reduces red tape around emergency assistance. The order bypasses state rules under the Department of Children and Families, making it easier for low-income parents facing homelessness or other crises to apply. State officials will still verify eligibility, but can list hardship caused by the federal government shutdowns as a reason. Groups of 2 to 5 people may receive up to $1,200 or $220 per person in a group of 6 or more. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So I want to talk to you today about a couple of things that are important to me. Now, the first thing that's important to me is that on Saturday, I need to see you at the Truth Summit. We're going to be talking to, first of all, we're going to be talking to Truth hosts. And we're going to be talking about the things that they see that are important as it relates to education and health in Milwaukee. We have to start creating I don't want to use the word pipeline, but we need to start to create an environment for our youth to win. I'll be talking about some of that today. We're talking about companies that are moving to Milwaukee, and are we making our children ready for the 21st century? Nothing is going back to the way it used to be unless all of technology fails. AI, internet, protocol, cybersecurity, everything has to fail. And I don't think we're ever going back. And so because that's the case, we have to make sure that our children, black kids, white kids, Hispanic kids, Asian kids, if you're in Milwaukee, you need to be able to be in leadership in the next 15 years. And the only way to do that is to make sure you're educated. So I'm going to be talking to the Truth hosts about that. I'll be chopping it up. I think Homer Blow's going to be there. Dame's going to be there. Kyle's going to be there. And we're going to talk about, and probably in some cases argue too, about what's important to us. Understand, Truth hosts, can I go out on a limb, Zach, and say, I think Truth hosts, Truth Nation, we love each other. Families are dysfunctional, and if you don't argue, you don't really care. This nonsense of having everything I talked about the other, everything has to be nice and prim and proper and everybody has input and we have collaboration. Oh, that's wonderful. But at some point, somebody has to stand up and be the leader and say, yes, no, do this, do that. This is how we're going. This is the decision. And that is what we have to do for our children now so that they can become our age and make those decisions when we can't, or better yet, when we don't want to. So at some point, we have to do that. Then we're going to move on to the health divide. There's a story today I'm going to talk about. And yes, we may be talking about things that affect the black community, but these things affect communities, especially Milwaukee at large. So your race doesn't matter, your gender doesn't matter, your ethnicity doesn't matter. It affects southeastern Wisconsin. We have to bridge the gap with healthcare systems. Too long they've gotten away with making money and making profit along with the insurance companies and not treating people properly, not morally, not ethically, and not physically. And when one doesn't call another one out, you're all bad. If you got 10 people in a group and one of them does wrong and the other 9 don't speak up, I look at all of you as having done bad. And in that instance, all of the healthcare systems have done bad. Because if you're truly nonprofit, which is the way that you carry yourself and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to your executives, then the least you could do is make sure your prices aren't so absorbent. But that's what you do. You charge high prices because the insurance companies are paying it. You get your cut. You get paid. Everybody gets paid. Healthcare gets paid. Why we let people who have healthcare degrees run hospitals and they're not medical doctors is beyond me. Why do we pay medical doctors so much money? Why do we pay lawyers so much money? It's the system that was created, not them. It's not their fault. They're stuck in a healthcare system that pays them that. But let's say you deserve to get paid what you get. And that's part of my beef, but that's just how it is. That's the process. That's the system. Okay. It's not trickling down to the men and women who actually need care. We're treating symptoms. We're not curing. So we want to talk about that gap, and that's really not where the gap is. The gap is more money, better healthcare, less money, poor healthcare. And part of that is on the individual who doesn't go to the doctor but goes to the emergency room, doesn't go to the doctor but goes to urgent care instead of going to a doctor. And then we're going to talk about from high chair to higher education. How do we create an educational pipeline that's going to cause businesses to move to Milwaukee that are what? That are businesses that take people who are in the trades, takes people that are in business, and takes people that are in technology. That means all level of degree, all types of degree, technical, STEM, liberal arts, to work. Yes, everything is STEM, but there's something STEM can't do that a person will have to do. There's some things we need to be trained in because some people don't want to go to a 4-year college, but then they need to go to a 2-year college, period. Even if you get your certification and you make $100,000 a year, you still need that 2-year degree, or you are going to be boxed out of promotion, boxed out of different jobs, and that's going to be a problem. This is an opportunity for community voices, for thought leaders, for educators, for medical doctors, and you to come forward, address these key issues that are shaping Black Milwaukee. We're going to have open dialogue. We're going to have ideas that we want to turn into meaningful action and lasting change. I invite you to go to 1017truthsummit.com and join me at the 2025 Truth Summit.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their tough road trip as they head south to the Lone Star State to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Hippo White down to the lane, got to the rim. No, Fields with the rebound and the finish, and Faison Fields. Panthers with the takeaway. Dorsey is burrowing, kicking left wing. Elam open three is pure.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 6:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Contract-ready businesses, opportunity seekers, partnership builders, deal closers. Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, is focused on you. This event puts small businesses like yours in the room with buyers, partners, and mentors who can help open doors to bigger opportunities. Join us online December 9th, in person December 10th and 11th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're in construction, looking for contracts, or a service provider ready to grow, Marketplace Wisconsin is for you. Meet one-on-one with government reps, corporate buyers, and resource providers. Small businesses like yours keep Wisconsin moving forward. Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is here to propel your growth. So join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, December 10th and 11th. Register at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com. Presented by WEDC. Let's look forward together.
Students learn best when they can put their knowledge into action. JA's Stock Market Challenge teaches high school students how to analyze stocks and how current events impact value. Thanks to RSM, our partner that makes this program possible. It's just one of many ways JA brings learning to life. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Coming closer, know that I'm a mess. Tangled up in wires, I can't catch my breath. I run. Falling deeper, I cannot confess. Drowning in the chaos, I can't catch my breath. I run.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me check and see. I love this really, really, really fast computer. Is it even changing? Goodness. Currently, it's 51 degrees. That's 15 minutes after the hour. 51 degrees, partly cloudy. Low tonight is 38 degrees, so not too bad. It won't be freezing, but it'll be a little chilly. 833-212-1017 is the number before I get moving. I want to remind you that you can stream and watch us live on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Just scroll down, click Watch Live. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a minute of a live show. So I love it when people send me stuff because images don't come through on the talk and text line.
And it's weird because some actually do show up.
Some show up, some don't. So I don't really know what you sent me, but I'm not going to say thank you because I don't know. I'm not going to say thank you because I don't know what it is. Be like, oh, thank you. What is that? Then it's a picture, like, oops, I didn't mean that. Then everybody be calling me, hey, so did you hear Dr. Ken got arrested for, I didn't know what I was opening. You get training on that. You should know better. Okay. Let me see. Hey, Kwanda, how are you doing? SE was number one in the chat today. LT is here. Mao, Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real. You ain't been hollering at me lately. Sincere usually be like disagreeing with me and stuff, and you didn't do nothing. Like, well, what's up with that? You don't like me no more? Okay. Didi said, good evening, Dr. Ken and wonderful Truth Nation chat family. And then everybody just said, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? They forget about me after they say hello. Because remember, I used to complain. Hey, what's up, Sir Charles? I used to complain. Y'all say hello to everybody else before me. So now they say, hey, Dr. Ken. And then they just stop talking to me for the rest of the chat. I feel bad. Makes me feel some kind of way. Not sad enough? Okay. 833-212-1017 is the number. So Trump signed the bill. They reopened the government. They threw a lot of little itty-bitty stuff in the bill. It ended the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Everybody's complaining that everybody else, it's everybody else's fault. You know, I listened to Sherwin some today, and everybody's complaining about what's in it. Everybody does it. Democrats do it. Republicans do it. Democrats did it, and Republicans did it. So no matter what, it is what it is. It's federal politics, and that's why it needs to change. So now, Trump signed it, and now we're here. He signed a funding package, reopened the government, closed it. House vote came 222 to 209 to pass a deal struck between Republicans and centrist Senate Democrats that keeps the government running through January 31st. Yeah, it's 31 days in January, I think. Yeah. And ensures some key agencies will be funded remainder of the fiscal year 2026. The agreement ended a 43-day stalemate. This from CBS 58. Will also reverse the mass federal layouts that Trump had, paves the way for paychecks to flow, and resumes critical food and nutrition services. The bill signed capped a 4-day sprint to pass the funding bill after 8 Senate Democrats broke ranks to compromise with Republicans amid worries about the shutdown's widening economic consequences. So everybody has this scream and they're crying and all that. Whenever I look at news, I try to look at it from both sides, and I try to look at it in an unbiased way. The problem with that is when you don't side with Democrats 110% of the time, you're accused of either being a conservative or you're accused of hating Democrats. Because everything is in black and white. There's nothing gray, right? And it's unfortunate that we have a generation that can't live in gray, that can't understand that you take care of your family first, then you take care of your extended family, then you take care of your neighbor, then you take care of your neighborhood, then you take care of your community, then you take care of your country, and then you take care of the world. You don't jump to the world. Hey, I'll just take care of people over in, Istanbul. No. Most congressional Democrats loudly protested the bill in the run-up to Wednesday's vote over concerns healthcare premiums will skyrocket without the subsidies, with only a handful of House Democrats voting in favor of the package. And back in Washington, for the first time since mid-September, Mike Johnson corralled almost all Republicans behind the bill, despite sharp complaints from some people over the contentious provision added by Senate Republicans that allowed senators to retroactively sue the Department of Justice for obtaining phone records during a Biden-era probe, potentially amounting to a major financial windfall for those lawmakers. So you have to get permission from the federal government to sue them. They just gave permission for the federal government to sue them. We got too many loopholes. Politicians take advantage of loopholes, and now that's what we have. Is it right? Is it wrong? I would say technically it's right. Is it moral? No. Johnson himself said he was blindsided by the language and said he didn't know about it until the Senate had already passed the package. That sounds like what Pelosi said. Sign it, pass it, then you can read it. He said, I was shocked, I was angry about it. Well, too bad. To win over conservative handouts, Johnson vowed that the House would take a future vote to strip that language, though it's unclear if the Senate would take it up. Republicans like Representative Chip Roy of Texas ultimately agreed not to amend the language in the current stopgap bill, since it would require the Senate to return to Washington, vote again, and delay the shutdown. But it is self-dealing. I mean, it would award senators $500,000 or more in damages for each violation by the government if their lawsuit is successful. The amendment appeared to benefit 8 senators in particular who had been subpoenaed by the previous administration into investigations into Trump's first term and all that other stuff and all that stuff. So here's the kicker. You had 8 senators who did this. You think they did this on their own? Absolutely not. But that's what they say when they go public. That's what they say. Meanwhile, has anybody gone back to look at Biden and the 1,200 people he pardoned and use of that auto pen that just went away? And it went away because if you got to look at the auto pen for him, you got to look at the auto pen for Obama. You got to look at the auto pen for Trump. You got to look at the auto pen for Bush. You got to look at the auto pen for. So yeah. And you know that you can't hold anybody liable for anything in the past that they did while president. Supreme Court was very clear in that. So y'all can drop the auto pen thing against Biden. You can just get rid of all that. I don't think you, as a legislative body, should be able to make a law allowing you to sue to get money from yourself. Because you represent the government. Is that fair? 833-212-1017. Is that fair? I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's equitable. I don't think that's moral. I don't. I think you're taking advantage of a loophole, as Democrats do too. Let's not get it twisted. As Democrats do too. And so I think they're all immoral in that particular thing. I don't know, someone might be hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, but it's not my business. But at some point, that has to be fixed. I heard Trump was talking about we should vote to get rid of the filibuster so we can put all of his things in, right? All of our laws can be changed to what Republicans want. But then if Democrats take over, that, which has historically happened in mid-year elections, that would mean that Democrats would make our laws. And depending on what it was, Trump might veto it. But if they have the majority and they have enough of a vote and we don't have a filibuster, they'll just ramrod everything they want through. And it would cause havoc, just like if the Republicans did it. And so I think the filibuster needs to stay in the Senate so that we can keep any party that is in power in 2 chambers and the presidency. You got to keep them at bay, or else they'll pass nonsensical law, all kind of crazy things. I don't like that statue, so we're going to pass a law and you can tear down Mount Rushmore. What? You know, stuff like that. That makes no sense. None at all. But that's what we're living with. We're living in a nonsensical world under Biden, a nonsensical world under Trump, and what nonsense is going to come after them? God only knows. Now, somebody said, Mellison said on the Talk and Text line, Johnson wrote the bill. Johnson wrote the bill, but then the bill went to the other folks and they added stuff to it. So by the time it circled back around, there was extra stuff in it. And you know it's so many pages that nobody really reads it. Well, you read it. Well, I'm not reading it. You read it. I'm not reading it. You read it. And we go round and round and round. But in the end, it passed. And just like if it were Democrats and Republicans were screaming and crying and kept the government closed, guess what? Same thing. In the end, the only people that seem to win, or should I say lose, are the taxpayers. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazica.
Still a big headache on southbound 41. We've got the freeway closed at the County Line Road all the way to Highway 145 because of a crash. You'll be exiting off at Lannon Road. Take that south to 175, and you can follow that all the way and rejoin the freeway at Appleton Avenue's on-ramp. Just beyond that, though, on northbound 41 at Silver Spring, we got the left lane blocked with a crash there. And northbound, also just north of North Avenue, we've got a crash on the left shoulder. So northbound is not looking good. We got backups pretty much from 27th Street all the way up to Silver Spring. Now the southbound side of 43 has its own issues. We've got delays basically from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high rise. Northbound's backing up from the high rise bridge up past an accident seen at Fond du Lac Avenue off on the right shoulder. Delays continue all the way up to Center Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 38. Tomorrow, sunny, breezy, mild, a high of 58. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Today's College Month Spotlight is brought to you by Marquette University, and now I am so excited to be joined by Kennedy Luckett, a sophomore at Marquette University who is the first recipient of the prestigious Way Scholars Program. Let's get right into it, though, Kennedy. You are the first ever Way Scholar. Can you talk about your whole experience of getting that award on live TV on the Today Show?
It was a surprise, like it was supposed to be. I didn't know what was going on or what I was being necessarily interviewed for.
Oh.
I got told like I was moving to the next round, did like an on-screen interview, which they liked that too. And then they were like, okay, hey. And then they flew me out to New York. They told me D Wade was there, but like I wasn't going to be able to meet him. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I come out behind the stage and he's saying my name sitting on the couch. And I was like, oh, I was tricked. I am going to meet him. That was super cool. And then I was presented with the award. So that was super cool.
That is very, very cool. Now, Kennedy, what makes Marquette so fun and appealing to you?
The community and the different things that I'm able to do. And also, like I said, like walking around campus, that's always just the best part for me. I'm a part of the Marquette Filmmakers Club, so they just make student films and stuff like that. I'm also a part of The Wire now. I'm in the process of creating my own TV show, so that's super fun.
Love that.
That's actually super exciting. You can do what you want there. If you ask somebody, you can do it.
Now, how has Marquette prepared you for your future?
Marquette has given me the opportunity to do the things I want to do, career focus. So I am double majoring in psychology and digital media. So right now I'm in a research program. Marquette gave me all that information before I even accepted my admissions about research opportunities I could do. So I hopped on that my first year. Also, with making this TV show, I want to be a showrunner and a director. I'm getting experience with all the stuff I want to do now. So by the time I'm graduated, I have some really nice footing to be able to do what I want to do.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks lost a close game Wednesday night, 111-110 against the Charlotte Hornets. Giannis Antetokounmpo did not play, sitting out with a knee injury. Doc Rivers after the loss.
Yeah, I just didn't think the ball moved much. Even when we did get downhill, we took tough in-between jump shots all night. But I think our team, this is a good lesson for us, too. I think we could see a lot of things that we could have done better.
The Bucks will come back home and be in action tomorrow night with a 7 p.m. tip against the Charlotte Hornets in Cup Night action. And tonight on Thursday Night Football, the 2-7 New York Jets take on the 7-2 New England Patriots in an AFC East showdown. Kickoff is at 7:15 on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday. That's tomorrow at 3:57 p.m. between The Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Kyle Wallace will be joined by Charlie Mack, CEO of Hard Labor Entertainment. They'll be discussing Charlie's thriving clothing brand and how he went from an entertainer to a successful clothing designer by networking with the right people. So again, tune in to the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Hard Labor Entertainment this Friday. Tomorrow, 3:57 p.m., right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. 833-212-1017 is the number. Gary said, why are you still talking about Biden? Well, I'm not still talking about Biden. I brought up Biden. He said, Biden isn't in office. When Biden was in office and Trump wasn't, you didn't want to have any conversation about Trump. So, and I wrote him back. I talk about whom I want to. For what? And so, when you make a comparison, and usually when I make a comparison, I compare all presidents, Republican and Democrat, not just one. I'm not like you. I'm not dyed-in-the-wool Democrat or dyed-in-the-wool Republican or dyed-in-the-wool anything. That's just you. And I still have yet to have somebody answer the question, what have Democrats done for black people? And I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about what you do. What have they done for black people? Because that's what counts. The one biggest thing that Democrats have done for black people. The one biggest thing that Republicans have done for black people. And if you ask a Republican that and they scream and holler, or if you ask a Democrat and they scream and holler, that means both of them are trash. Because that means that their eyes are not open to the actual world. Their eyes are only fixed on one thing. And it makes them feel good, but it really doesn't do anything. We have not moved forward when we had Democrat everything. You say we don't move forward when we have Republican everything. So what are you asking for? Republicans get in office, you walk away. Oh, forget it. Instead of going to the table saying, hey, this is what we want. Democrats get in office, you feel good, and you stand there and cheer. But then you don't ask for anything, and you don't get anything. Did anybody talk to the county executive? Anybody talk to the county board of supervisors chairwoman? Anybody talk to the mayor or the governor and say, hey, if you want us to vote for you, what are you going to do for us? Because I'm really not seeing anything in the neighborhoods in Milwaukee other than construction. And that was brought about because the Common Council overrode the mayor and put in $3 million to do construction in the city. Like, really? Really? But nobody questions it. They just feel good because there's a black man or a black woman. They're supporting you. And I'm complaining because I do support them. I'm complaining because I'm not seeing anything for black Milwaukee. And if you're going to do it, you got to, don't hide behind this, oh, I got to represent all people of Milwaukee. Except the problem is all the other people of Milwaukee seem to be winning, and we're not. All the other people in Milwaukee seem to be receiving some type of benefit, and we're not. To sit and listen, watch this. At least Tom Barrett, huh? That ain't make no sense. Try again, George. Anyway, 833-212-1017 is the number. He said, you're going to get enough of trying to talk slick to us lawsuits. Huh? I talk slick to you because you talk slick to me. And if you can't take it, you should stop. I get hollered at, talked about, bashed, kicked around. Guess what? I'm a talk show host. If I'm willing to give it, I got to be willing to take it. But you can't hide behind it and be a keyboard warrior and say what you want to say and not expect somebody to respond. Okay. I see that one guy's on here. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm excited I cut down my first Christmas tree and I set it on my front lawn here in Thurston Woods. Your Christmas tree is outside? So then why'd you cut? Okay. You could have just took a tree in your yard and put some lights on it. You killed that poor tree. Well, congratulations to you. I thought that's pretty cool. I remember you saying how young you were, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Congratulations. That's what's up. 833-212-1017. By the way, I heard some breaking news that Jesse Jackson has been hospitalized. You know, he's 84 years old, and he's been hospitalized, and they're really not saying how well he's doing, but they're just reporting. You know, he lives in Chicago. Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson has been hospitalized. The Rainbow Coalition announced last night. Jackson, 84, has been admitted to the hospital and is under observation for progressive supranuclear palsy, a neurodegenerative condition which he has been managing for at least a decade. Family appreciates all prayers at this time. I remember seeing him when I was in Chicago eating at Lou Mitchell's restaurant on West Adams. Is it West Adams? Anyway. And he was getting into the car. I was going in. He was going out. I said hello. We talked for about 30 seconds or so. And you could tell his movement, you know, that it was degenerative and that it was affecting him profoundly. That must have been about right after he got diagnosed, because he was pretty ambulatory. He was walking under his own control. He was with a number of more people than he normally has. But yeah, so I wish him well. PSP is a rare neurological disorder which affects body movements, walking, and balance, and eye movements, that's according to the National Institutes of Health. It's caused by damage to nerve cells in part of the brain. Jackson, a protege of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who rose to prominence as one of the nation's foremost civil rights leaders and twice ran for president, stepped down in 2023 from the leadership of Rainbow Push Coalition, which he founded. So, we will definitely keep him in our thoughts and prayers. That was just breaking moments ago. So Sean said, yeah, Dr. Ken, you're right. You do all of that, or shall I say all of that happens to you. However, you dish out 5 times as much. Absolutely. So he thinks that's going to make me talk to him on the radio? Dude, stop. And then he'll say, you didn't talk to me because you scared. Really? Okay. All right. I would say something, but I want to keep my job in radio. I really love it. I love being on The Truth. I love being in Milwaukee. I love Truth Nation. And so sometimes you have to be the bigger person and just let it go.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month. And get this, 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2025.
You ever see the sign above the highway? The number of people that have been killed on the road? My wife, my son, and my unborn child were killed by a distracted driver. They were more than just a number.
Your phone isn't worth it. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
At Educators Credit Union, they believe that every person should have the tools they need to achieve their dreams. Educators Credit Union is dedicated to helping our future leaders eliminate financial hurdles by providing 35 high school seniors a $2,000 scholarship every year. Applications open in January. Visit Educators Credit Union at ECU.com to learn more about how to apply. Educators Credit Union, insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. What do you want, George?
Dr. Ken, my brother wasn't trying to talk slick to you. You was trying to talk slick to my brother. He was right, Dr. Ken. Even when I used to try, you tell people, oh, no, we ain't talking about Trump. Trump ain't no longer in office. Oh, yeah, my brother was right.
I can change anytime I want, though. Like, can I? Just
but
like
you know what,
can.
Dr. Ken? That's some Trump stuff.
That's some what?
That's some Trump stuff.
That's some what?
Ain't nobody hollering at you. Trump stuff.
Okay, you raising your voice?
We try and call in. Y'all call yourself the truth. But it's only the truth that you want to hear. Everybody's truth ain't the same as yours, Dr. Ken. So
No
my
kidding.
brother was right.
No, he wasn't.
Right.
No.
My brother was right.
If he was right, I would literally.
You always want to be right.
I would do it.
You always want to be right, Dr. Ken.
Stop hollering.
And that's what
Lower your voice.
should change y'all show to
Lower
a different
your
name
voice.
called the fake.
Lower your
Called
voice.
the fake.
Lower
you
your
tell me
voice.
what to do, dude.
Bye. That's what I do. Lower your voice and talk like you got some sense.
Damn.
Because I'm not going to sit there and let you just holler at me. If you want to say something, that's good. The fact that I actually let you on proves that you're wrong. It's a talk show.
Would you say something that you don't think is true or that you believe is true? Don't you think that you're right about it? That's why literally everybody on the talking text line has come at me some kind of sideways. That's okay. Because I get it. That's what it's for. Sincere was hollering at me the other day like, you said something, that's fine. I love to agree to disagree. But I'm not going to, like, bash you or try to call you out. And I'm definitely not going to raise my voice at you unless you raise your voice at me. That one guy, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I just want to explain myself. So that tree I cut down, there was two pine trees next to each other, and they were like, it's a 12-footer. So two 12-footers next to each other.
You cut down a 12? Well, that's right.
Big.
You do all the yard work stuff. So, yeah, okay.
They get big. So eventually, when they get big, they're going to start fighting each other.
Dude, that's twice my height. But that's twice my height. You cut down a 12-foot tree?
With a handsaw.
But then how do you put it in your yard? Like, what do you put it
in? In a trailer.
No, I get it, but now you're gonna put it. You're gonna put it in your front yard and dress it up as a Christmas tree, right? So
I'm in the process.
So what do you put it in? Do you dig a hole?
Make it look like a Christmas tree.
I mean, do you like dig a hole, or do you put it in a stand, or what?
Yeah, I dug a hole. And I couldn't get very far because I recently found out that my front lawn is very hard dirt underneath. But I did use my land and stone that I have stacked around in my backyard. Kind of make like a chimney, and then I kind of just staked it into it.
Okay. Because I would never know how to do that. Like, I would have to call you because I would never know how to do that.
It wasn't easy. It was pretty heavy.
Okay. Well, great. I think. You just have a skill set that I'll just never have. So.
Well, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for taking my call.
All right. Take care. I'm like a handsaw, and then you stood it up in your yard, dressed it up like a Christmas. 12 feet, dude. I got trouble with that 6-foot tree that you get from the store that's fake that you put lights and bulbs on. So some people would get a white tree and get one of those revolving lights, yellow, blue, and red or something like that, and it would go round and round and it would change the tree. Like, that's me. That's me. I'm the fake. I think I've had, which is kind of weird. When I was poor, growing up poor, mother, 2 older sisters, small apartment in Chicago. My mother would go out every year and get a live tree, and we would have one of those stands, and we had to put water in it, because I remember because she made us put water. We had rotating, you got to check it 3 times a day and put water in it in the morning. And we had to do that so it wouldn't get, dry out and catch fire and all that. We did that for years. Soon as I got a house, you know what I did? Went and got a plastic tree. To this day. Bruh. To this day, I got a plastic tree. Quanda, I know you always side-eyeing me, but I'm a contrarian, and I admit it, and I told y'all I was that. They said, Sir Chine said, Dr. King, really quick, I'm going to be totally unbiased and say that based on my observation and listening, which is biased in and of itself because it's anecdotal, you have always been one to agree to disagree. Either you agree or you don't. There's no in between. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You can simply not state how you feel about something. You can argue both sides, like I try to do. But that's the whole point. Quanda has a good point. No, she don't. Not really a city girl. Go somewhere and sit down. And then I can also argue that she does have a good point because I'm a contrarian. I'm going to argue opposite of you, which will then infuriate you. That's what I said, and you said that was foolishness. Of course I did, because you said it. Had you said, agree with me, I would have went, but why would you agree with me? Part of that don't make no sense. Like, either way, I'm going to go back and forth, because that's how you have a conversation. That's how you talk. That's how you chop it up. And this conversations are not simple and perfect, right? You got 6 people showing up to a conversation between just 2 people. If it's 4, good luck. Think about that. You have who you want people to see, who people perceive they see, and then who you really are, all wrapped into one person trying to talk to somebody else with the same 3 people. So you got 6 conversations. You got 6 points of view going on. And again, y'all could be saying the same thing, but because you don't understand the same definition, you miss it. Quanda said, "Good night, Dr. Kidd. You giving me a headache." Good. Sincere say, "It's all love, though. There's no need for any foolery when conversing, whether we agree or not." Absolutely. So Miles said, "Dr. Ken, are you contrarian to be neutral?" Yes, I most certainly am. I'm contrarian to be neutral because I want you to be sure that what you believe and what you're saying, you really believe and you're saying it. Many people call just to argue another side, and I can tell they don't really, based on their argument, they don't really. Because when you get all the emotional, when you are sure about what you know, you state it and you're done. And I can say, all right, thank you. Or if I disagree, I go, I disagree because of this. And if you want to talk, fine. If you don't, fine. That's it. But for some reason, we have this thing that are you mocking me?
No, I'm just saying, like, when you start raising your voice and everything, then things, it's like, all right, now we're not being productive.
Now you're not being productive.
Now you're not standing on what you believe in. You're being too emotional about what you think.
And best advice I ever had came from a vice president at Concordia. I won't say her name. White female. She said, instead of countering what somebody else is saying, why don't you just say what you're saying? Let it stand on its own. Be brave enough to say, this is what I believe. If you disagree, I'm okay. I'm not changing. I'm not flipping. It is what it is. I got about a minute. The caller, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What's up?
And the power in communication is being effective, as I always have to compliment Ms. Thomas. And as you said, stating what you believe and stating facts, because there are certain things that are facts. And one is, if you are a person who has 34 felonies, you stand alone when it comes to president. If you are a person who has a best friend who is a convicted pedophile,
he throws in Trump no matter what.
Now, those are things. If you notice, when I call you, I don't call you subject that you can argue about most of the time. You know, unless it's true.
All right, thank you much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the back and forth that you guys are having today. Keep it going, and have a good rest of your show, bro.
All right, take care, man. He just had. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So watch this. Should it be taken as disrespect when you say I'm talking about one thing and somebody goes in and slides something in to talk about something you're not talking about?
I mean, the Republicans do it all the time.
Exactly. But we're not talking to Republicans. I'm just saying. But then when I do it, oh my God, we got to call you out. You're right about one instance. I'm talking about 5 years of a radio show. And you pick one thing. That one thing shows, okay. Sir Chance, LOL. Dr. Ken, there's no bass in his voice. Just loud at times. But I'll get out of here. Man. Top 5 at 5 up next.
Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to the new 101.7 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. Locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Who else want to fight? You want to fight? DJ Brother Z, you want to fight? Not good enough. That scream sound like Sherwin.
Hell no.
Okay. 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me see if the temperature has dropped any. At 2 minutes after the hour, it's about 50 degrees, partly cloudy. Again, the low tonight is about 38 degrees. So the high today was only 54. So we're not too far off. It's not too bad. I don't think. It's not too bad.
Number 5.
Want to say congratulations. This is from CBS 58. I want to say congratulations. For decades, Milwaukee's mobile crisis team has worked around the clock, lending a helping hand to residents in emergency situations. Their first call was 30 years ago today, and to celebrate, a party was held at the Milwaukee's crisis headquarters. The team is made up of social workers, nurses, and psychologists who dedicated their time to help others when it was needed most. Even though the unit continues to grow, one staff member says their goal is always to remain the same. They have done some really, really good work. They've worked alongside Milwaukee Police Department as well. And I remember when they first started, people were very, very skeptical. We've even had a few police officers who have become licensed professional counselors and are able to do dual duty. And those are the types of things that we need in the city that can help. Amy Lorenz, Milwaukee County Behavioral Health Services, said that the main thing is to help people with whatever's going on to try and reach some level of stability and get them connected to long-term services. I like to always say that we want you to feel the way you felt 72 hours before we showed up. Usually you were doing fine and everything was great and life was good. And in those times that it wasn't, we always had the mobile crisis team that we could call and they would come support us. So I want to say congratulations to them after 30 years of great work in Milwaukee County.
Number 4.
Also from CBS 58, President Donald Trump late last night signed a funding package to reopen the federal government, officially bringing a close to the longest shutdown in history. Final vote came hours after the House voted 222 to 209 to pass a deal struck between Republicans and centrist Senate Democrats that kept the government running and keeps it running through the end of January and ensures some key agencies will be funded for the remainder of fiscal year 2026. That's until September 30th. The agreement ended a 43-day record in Congress. It also reversed the mass federal layoffs, paves the way for paychecks to flow to government employees, as well as the resumption of critical food and nutrition services relied on by tens of millions of Americans. The bill signed capped a 4-day sprint to pass it. And so it guarantees an early December vote in the Senate on the expiring Obamacare subsidies or Affordable Care Act that Democrats made the focus of their demands during the shutdown fight. But a vote to extend subsidies is unlikely to succeed, a likelihood that's driven intense blowback across Democratic parties. So now Democrats are going after each other and people are not too joyous. Not too joyous. So we'll see what happens.
Number 3.
Want to say in this post, this is from Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service. The brothers of Kappa Phi chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity announced a launch of their sock and hat drive for the homeless, an initiative dedicated to providing warmth and comfort to those less fortunate as winter comes. So today is the last day. I'm sorry, it's through Friday, the 14th. So tomorrow's the last day. They're taking daily collection from 4:30 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. Donations can be dropped off at 2661 North 2nd Street. That's the fraternity house. 2661 North 2nd Street. Anytime between 4:30 and 7:30 p.m. The campaign's theme, covering the head and feet of those less fortunate, reflects the chapter's ongoing commitment to service, uplift, and community impact. So that's pretty cool. Basilisk is Ken Genlack, who's an actual friend of mine. They said our mission as Omega Men has always been to uplift the community through meaningful action. So that's pretty cool. I want to say congratulations to them. I have a lot of friends that are in Kappa Phi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, as I am a member of the greatest fraternity in the world, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. We just want to throw that out there. But if you can support Omega Psi Phi, bring those things. They are looking for hats and socks for the homeless. So make sure you check them out. All right? Make sure you do that. All right? Okay. Now, there's some confusion here. So what I would do is take it today, because the flyer I have says Tuesday, November 11th through Thursday, November 13th, but the story says through Friday. So just drop it off today. You got 2.5 hours between now, a little under 2.5 hours between now and 7:30 to go drop off. Pair of socks, warm hat. I think you can do proud.
Number 2.
This from CBS 58. The man authorities believe is responsible for shooting and killing a Milwaukee alderman's nephew has been arrested in Oklahoma. 16-year-old Marquise Champion was shot and killed October 20th inside a home near 79th and Hampton in the city of Milwaukee. Investigators say he and his sister were sitting in the kitchen when a man came in and started shooting. According to Milwaukee police, that man was 37-year-old Martell Hare, also known as Gotti. 3 people were injured in the shooting, including Champion, who did not survive. $25,000 reward was announced by Milwaukee Crime Stoppers to help solve the case, and the story was featured in an exclusive CBS 58 Crime Stopper report. According to U.S. Marshals, Hare was found in Oklahoma on Monday, November 10th. A woman reportedly saw the news story on Hare and turned him in. He's now facing multiple charges in Milwaukee County, including first-degree reckless homicide.
Number 1.
This must be a CBS 58 day in Oneida County. So many times we talk about things that happen in the black community, and the news tends to always show all the stuff that happens in the black community. But we have to remember it happens everywhere. But this one bothers me. Multiple suspects have been accused of child neglect out of Oneida County, Wisconsin. Last summer, a 14-year-old girl was found severely malnourished in her father's home. When she was found, this 14-year-old, she weighed less than 40 pounds. According to the criminal complaint, the first police officer on the scene says she appeared to be 6 or 7 years old just based on her size. Then came to light when the girl's father called 911 last August to report that his daughter was becoming lethargic and was consistently moaning with discomfort. When she was taken to the hospital, she had signs of multiple organ dysfunction, including respiratory failure, cardiac dysfunction, pancreatitis, and more. Quite frankly, Outagamie County Court Commissioner Brian Figge said in court, these allegations before the court today are incredibly disturbing, and it alleged that the minor child was, frankly, living in a house of horrors. The girl's father, Walter Goodman, along with 2 other people in the home, have been charged with child neglect. Here's the problem I have with this story. If you look at the pictures, first of all, this was last summer, and it's just getting out. Why is that? Number 1. Number 2, if I'm not mistaken, including the man and the 2 women, all 3 of them are morbidly obese. So somebody in that house was eating. It just wasn't her. For that, I would throw them under the jail. That is unconscionable. That is disgusting. But I also understand that this is why we have jail. 833-212-1017 is the number. Do you sweep leaves at home? No? Why not?
I'm lazy.
You're lazy. Well, City of Milwaukee, you can be lazy until the end of November.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their tough road trip as they head south to the Lone Star State to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Pippa White down to the lane, got to the rim. No, Fields with the rebound and the finish, and phased on Fields. Panthers with the takeaway. Dorsey is burrowing, kicking left wing. Elam open three is pure.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 6:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 7 o'clock.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Students learn best when they can put their knowledge into action. JA's Stock Market Challenge teaches high school students how to analyze stocks and how current events impact value. Thanks to RSM, our partner that makes this program possible. It's just one of many ways JA brings learning to life. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Don't let a trade-in get in the way of the phone you want. Now you can get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in required, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You know, when it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by Pella windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI.com. Sir Chauncey said, in reviewing the comments in the chat, Dr. Ken, it appears that the general consensus, which I don't really care about, y'all need to vote, is that one day you're a humble pussycat and the next day you're a bully. LOL. Hey, Dr. Ken, how are you doing? I'm going to try to make it to the Truth Summit. That's what Dimitri said. And then Camille said, and please, not gently used. I don't know what that means. No. Oh, you mean the, are you talking about what to bring for shoes or socks? Why can't I bring my, I got some socks on right now. How come I can't bring my socks over there? Why not? I'm just kidding. Bring some new socks and a new hat and bring it over to the Omega Frat House on 2nd Street. And I think that'd be cool. Yeah, make sure you check it out. 833-212-1017 is the number. Quanda said, I told Quanda I'm never a bully. She said, in your own way, yes, you are. And I said, no. I said, no. And then I said, you act as if I don't have any feelings. Boo-hoo-hoo. So then stop asking or telling grown producers, did you give them permission to speak? Regardless of how young they are still grown. Cut it. So listen, that's part of the banter between us because he hollers at me just as much as I holler at him, number one. You know that, so quit it. Don't be trying to throw the hearts up, not Quanda. See, Quanda like, I hate that. I hate that when people do that. Fake. Just fake. 833-212-1017 is the number. If you were out earlier, 47-year-old woman, this reported from WISN.com, a 47-year-old woman is dead after a two-car crash today near I-41 southbound at U.S. Highway 145. That's according to Menominee Falls Police. Officers responded to the crash just after 12 noon. According to police, 47-year-old woman driving an SUV struck the rear of a semi-trailer, slowing down. The 47-year-old woman died at the scene, and police are still investigating. I-41 south from County Line Road to Highway 145 reopened at about 4:35 this afternoon. Traffic was being diverted off at County Line Road ramp. I was up near there today, and whole thing was shut down. Nobody was on expressway. As soon as I looked, I went, must have been an accident. Must have been an accident. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. 833-212-1017 is the number. Brian, what you got?
They have to start requiring diamond-shaped lit flashes on the back of these trailers.
Yep.
I heard about that accident.
Yep. But wait a minute. So when you're southbound on 41, that's where I had my accident when I had my phone on the top of my car and it fell off. There are two lanes to go to 145 and there are two lanes to go to 41 south. 41 south is backed up because it drops from like 3 lanes to 2 or 4 lanes to 2. So traffic backs up before maybe a half a mile or a quarter mile before you even get to the 145 split. So if you're speeding or you're going the normal limit, traffic slows down incredibly fast. And if you're not paying attention, you'll run into the back of somebody.
Not only that interchange is an optical illusion. There's an illusion there. And when people have these trailers, it just has. You remember a few years ago, that stretch of 41 going up into West Bend? They were talking about expanding that and making it more.
But no. This is southbound.
I know.
Okay.
It's still the same way. The way that area is made, it's still the same way. It's like the middle, it's rounded. Okay, and it drops off on both sides. So when you're I don't know if you ever get butterflies in your stomach when you're in that area, but you get butterflies in your stomach in that area because the pavement of the road is kind of like rounded. It's a weird feeling you get.
I get what you're saying, but it's not like that on 41 South. 41 South, the 2 left lanes go straight. You can see traffic. You can see it backing up. You can see it going over the overpass. You can see it from because the red lights are there when you get to like Pilgrim Road. You can start seeing not Pilgrim. What is it? Main Street. You can start to see it. But the left lane doesn't turn to 2 lanes till you get about a half a mile from it. And if you're not paying attention, somebody's gonna pull out of that left lane to try to get onto 145 to go around. Anything can happen. That's a bad spot.
Yeah, I see that all the time. But these people riding around with these trailers with no lights on the tail end of them.
How is it their fault? No, I get it.
No, I'm just saying
get it. But how is it their fault? They ran into the truck. You're supposed to see the truck, not the other way around.
but you know how women are.
Oh, don't do
They're only
hey,
seeing the
Truth
lights
Nation,
on
Truth
the car.
Nation, flag this. Truth Nation, that was Brian. That was not me.
I'm sorry I gave you that term of being a contrarian 4 years ago. Because you really playing that up.
I sure am.
Playing that up.
That's right, buddy. That's right, but you called in and said, you know what, Dr. Ken, you're a contrarian. I went, that's it. That's what I'm going to be. So thank you. Excellent. Thank you much, Brian. I appreciate it. 833-212-1017 is the number. Quanda said he doesn't, at least on here. Mal said, I'm shocked Dr. Ken has feelings. Mal cannot never call my show, and we need to block Mal from the chat. I can't believe you said that. Then Quanda said he doesn't, at least on here. But notice when his wife and crew, he was on his very best behavior. We may need to make a call. Block Quanda too. Okay. Who else we gonna block? Mal gone. Quanda gone. SE, what you got? Okay, you saved yourself, SE. Wait. Why is it you can be petty, but I can't be petty? See, that's what I'm talking about. Double standards. Is it because you're a woman? Or because you're part of Truth Nation? Or what is it? I don't know. Y'all be treating me bad. And I let you. I don't scream at you. I don't holler at you. Unless you trigger me. Quanda say both. Oh, terrible. Terrible. Dr. Kim. I'm just reading. Vince, what are you even talking about? I don't even know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. Gary said, grow up. He said, grow up. Grow up. Why don't you go get a job? How's that? Damn. See, here's one thing you learn. When people have access, you should probably not provoke them because they have more access than you. When you're in your environment, you have more access to me. So what I'm not going to do is come to your environment and then challenge you or try to make you look bad or say something to you because you're in your environment. I'll lose. I either got to go to a neutral place or go to where I have more power than the other person. I'm just saying. That's a friendly hint. Okay? All right. 833-212-1017 is the number. Quanda said, that's why I'm popping off today, Mal, because he needs to be easy tomorrow because of the Truth Summit on Saturday. He needs to be fresh. Oh, I'm going to be fresh. It's going to be great tomorrow. Come on now. It's going to be great tomorrow. It's going to be great Saturday. So come on. Come on. Be nice. Y'all just mean to me today. I don't understand why y'all so mean to me. I'm going to go somewhere. You know what? I think I'm going to break early because I got to go somewhere and cry. I got to get it.
Like you want a break to go home?
No. I'm going to just break. You would like that, don't you? Dude, really? Y'all see how I get treated? But when I say something, you're telling me I'm bullying the producer.
Be quiet.
But when the producer said, see, that's what I got to put up with. Wow. Y'all hurt my feelings. And I don't know how to tell. You really hurt my feelings. And I'm going to go cry now. I'm going to go take it easy. I'm going to go cry. Quanda hurt my feelings. Everybody hurt my feelings. You still didn't tell me how I can get these leaves up because I got leaves in front of my house, leaves in the yard, leaves everywhere. And what's the best way to get them up? Should I just mulch and leave them there? Should I get one of those leaf blower things and blow them to the curb? Should I just use a lawnmower and pack them in, just cut my lawn technically and get all the leaves up and be done? Like, I don't know what to do. So give me a call. 833-212-1017 is the number. What do I do with the leaves in my yard. I got to because they extended pickup to November 30th. And please put them on, I think that's what you're supposed to do, put them on the curb and not in the street.
I thought you put them in the curb on the street.
I'm going to go to the website and look it up. The city has a great website on what you're supposed to do with your leaves, and we'll do that when we come back. That way, everybody will know so they can actually, get picked up. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, your final traffic check of the day. Here's Debbie Lazaga.
Southbound on 43, still going to be a bit of a heavy ride coming in from Hampton all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. Northbound's backed up from just about Beecher Street all the way through the Marquette to Locust. Westbound 94's got a heavy ride from about 20th Street to Holly Road where we do have those lane restrictions. Eastbound 94, we've got backups from just east of Highway 16 all the way past Highway F. And then you're back on the brakes from the Zoo Interchange all the way to Holly Road as well. Other than that, we've got westbound 894 backing up out of the Mitchell Interchange all the way past Loomis. And then the bypass heading southbound from Greenfield Avenue. We've got delays stretching all the way down and around the Hale Interchange, pretty much all the way past Loomis. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 38. Tomorrow, sunny, breezy, and mild, high of 58. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
You ever notice how some folks say they're saving America, but every time they get power, they aim their politics straight at us? The Republican Party, in its current form, doesn't just ignore black progress, it targets it. See, every generation of black advancement has been met with new barriers, new names, but the same old poison. Voting rights, gutted. Civil rights protections, eroded. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, dismissed as woke nonsense. Affirmative action, erased like our hard work and history never happened. They're not fighting for freedom. They're fighting for the freedom to exclude, the freedom to hoard opportunity while preaching personal responsibility. But responsibility without access is just oppression wearing a flag pin. Under Democratic administrations, we've seen the opposite. Not perfection, but progress. From civil rights acts under Johnson to record black home ownership under Clinton to the Affordable Care Act and criminal justice reform under Obama and Biden, each step forward came with policy that believed we belong. The truth is, the GOP's vision for America has no room for our rise because our success, our education, our unity exposes their fear. So let's call it what it is. The grand old party has become good old poison, toxic to progress, allergic to equality, and dangerous to democracy. And if we want to keep rising, we've got to stop sipping from that cup. Because the truth is, our future is too precious to poison.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks lost a close game Wednesday night, 111-110 against the Charlotte Hornets. Giannis Antetokounmpo did not play, sitting out with a knee injury. Doc Rivers after the loss.
Yeah, I just didn't think the ball moved much. Even when we did get downhill, we took tough in-between jump shots all night. But I think our team, this is a good lesson for us, too. I think we could see a lot of things that we could have done better.
The Bucks will come back home and be in action tomorrow night with a 7 p.m. tip against the Charlotte Hornets in Cup Night action. And tonight on Thursday Night Football, the 2-7 New York Jets take on the 7-2 New England Patriots in an AFC East showdown. Kickoff is at 7:15 on Amazon Prime. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Somebody told me the other day your patience was better than I had heard you were slow to anger, but would always drive with men. And I have to admit you've asked me to quit time and time again, but it's still like the last time. Feel like I'm living in the last time. It kind of reminds me how my mama told me.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, want to join me this Saturday at Thrive on King, 2153 North Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Drive for Truth Summit 2025. 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. We've got some great guests. We got truth hosts. We've got 3 public school superintendents and 2 medical doctors you don't want to miss. You get to ask questions. Cousin Subs has some great food hosted by 101.7 The Truth and Good Karma Brands. All of this presented by 1MKE with our other wonderful partners that are going to be there. Versity Blood Center. We've also got MATC. So come hang out. Come check it out. If you're thinking about going back to school and if you're thinking about getting that 2-year degree, get the certificate while you're getting your 2-year degree. Come on. Just come out and check it out. 833-212-1017 is the number. Make sure you go to 1017truthsummit.com, 1017, all numbers, truthsummit.com, register so we know who coming so we can have a little bit of, have at least one thing from Cousin Sub for you because we love them because they're a great partner of 101.7 The Truth, as is American Family Insurance. We sit in their studio, so it'll be great. It'll be great. Before the break, we were talking about leaf collection. And so the rakeout deadline is now November 30th. Now, I haven't seen anybody come pick up leaves on my block in Sherman Park. So that means that they probably didn't pick them up or they just don't have enough people working, so they needed more time. So that's pretty cool. And we want to thank the city for doing that and thank all the workers. They need you to place raked leaves loosely in the curb lane. However, they need 1-foot gap between the leaf pile and the curb. So you know that line that runs, like when they lay the curb and then it comes out and then the street starts, there's that line that's next to the curb. That kind of use that as a barometer, as a measuring stick, as it were, and push it out there. Keep piles away from sewer grates, storm drains, low-hanging trees, yard debris such as flowers, garden trims, and weeds can be included. So if you got dead flowers, hint somebody, if you got dead flowers in your front, yard, porch, all that, yeah, you can do it. So what not to include: grass clippings, pumpkins, litter, bagged materials to the leaf piles. You can keep the brush separate from leaf piles and just place it between the curb and the sidewalk. So can you put grass clippings in a regular garbage can? I know you can if they're in a bag or something, but can you just dump grass clippings in a garbage can? Always wondered. 833-212-1017. I just always wondered whether or not you could do that. I've always wondered that. I mean, I heard you could put a little in, but I don't know what that means. But then, what do you do if you miss the deadline? What if November 30th comes and goes? Now, granted, you're off all of Thanksgiving weekend, if you're off. I hope so. And if you're off, that means what? That means you got time. You can go and drop them off at the drop-off centers, which are open 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. The centers are located 3879 West Lincoln and 6660 North Industrial Road. I have no idea where Industrial Road is, but okay. Mulch leaves on your lawn to return nutrients to the soil. You can do that. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. Use my lawnmower, take off the bag, and just mulch and leave it. Call it a day. I don't know. What are you doing? 833-212-1017. What are you doing? I'm just reading the talking text line. I am sore from work this past week. Hardscape. I hope you say yardscape. But construction, cold weather, don't mix well with the bones. First of all, you're too young. That one guy, based on what you told me, you're too young to be talking about you tired. I know you work hard. I know you do. You do work I wouldn't do. And it's cold outside, but it's not cold yet. Sir John said they don't like it when you put it in the trash can. I did it a couple years ago, and they left me a note on the trash can not to do so. Okay. Camille said, I mulch. Okay. I wanted to have a mulch switch on my lawnmower, or do I just not put the bag in and just cut? I don't know. Can y'all tell I don't do outdoor work? Hey, that one guy, you're the one that does outdoor work. What's the best thing I should do? A suggestion. I know you don't give advice, just a suggestion. Alternatives, things I can do. And I know you do it every day. I ain't working outside like that. Coldest I worked outside was 44 below zero. I did a Packer game for either Fox Sports or CBS Sports. I was doing sound on the sideline, and I thought then, and literally that was the last game I went to working because it was cold. It was freezing. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I here? That has to have been maybe 20 years ago. And I said, what am I doing this for? And at the time, I was thinking, I'm getting too old for this. Yeah, you wasn't getting too old. You was getting too cold. Getting way too cold. That was just me, though. I couldn't do it. There's a story that's going to come up after the break. I believe it's going to give you a very good reason, the one good reason why young people, if you're under 40, if you're under 50, you need to go get a 2-year or 4-year college degree. You got MATC sitting there. You got universities all around like Concordia and others. There's no reason why. And I've got, I think, a great story and a great reason why if you're under 50 and you believe you're going to live for the next 30, 40 years, which most of us will, you need to be ready to change with time. Time is changing. The stock market is changing. The economy is changing, not for the worse, but for the better because as we move forward, jobs are going to have to be expanded with things like AI, with STEM. Like right now, STEM's not enough. Science, technology, engineering, and math is not enough. You need the arts as well because you got AI. And somebody's going to have to figure out how to create prompts for it. Somebody's going to have to be able to create the output and how to interpret all that stuff. And is it accurate? All those things that go in. But more importantly, somebody needs to know how to build it and fix it. When we come back, I'm going to give you the one reason I think young people need a 2-year and a 4-year degree.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth, Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Contract-ready businesses, opportunity seekers, partnership builders, deal closers. Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, is focused on you. This event puts small businesses like yours in the room with buyers, partners, and mentors who can open doors to bigger opportunities. Join us online December 9th and in person December 10th and 11th at Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're a construction company looking for contracts or a service provider ready to grow, Marketplace Wisconsin is for you. Meet one-on-one with government reps, corporate buyers, and resource providers. Small businesses like yours keep Wisconsin moving forward. Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is here to propel your growth. So join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, December 10th and 11th. Register today at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com. Presented by WEDC. Let's look forward together.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Steinhoffel's Black Friday mattress sale is happening now. Steinhoffel's is Wisconsin's mattress leader, and right now you'll find incredible Black Friday deals on all the best brands, plus 60 months and 0% financing. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic sets, $900 on Beauty Rest, and even $900 on certified organic avocado sets, available exclusively at Steinhoffel's. If you've been waiting for the perfect time to upgrade your sleep, this is it. Shop in store or online at steinhoffels.com.
It's me time at Chula Vista. Time for you to pamper yourself with Wisconsin's most complete resort experience. Easygoing with scenic river walks, 18 holes of golf, a relaxing spa, or going all out in 80,000 square feet of indoor water park. Zip lining, scenic canyons, all right here. Check it out at chulavistaresort.com.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Sure said, Dr. Ken, just a thought, you can hire a young person that is trying to make some money to get your leaves up. Absolutely. Absolutely. They'd have to bring their own rake, though. They would have to bring their own rake. I'm just saying. I got like 3. And so I got to get my exercise. But yeah, if people knock on my door and say, could I rake your leaves? I need you to do it the way I need it done, though. Not, okay, I just rake them. Okay. So you give them some direction and you give them some money. Now, I had one kid tell me, I'll do such and such for this amount of money, shoveling snow. And I said, are you sure? He goes, yes. I said, you sure? Yep, I'll do $10 in the front, $10 in the back. Now, I live in Sherman Park. I can't think of a house that you could shovel for $10 in the front and $10 in the back. I'm like, dude, are you sure? He goes, yes. It's okay. When he was done, he looked at me like, and I gave him $20. And he looked at that $20, and I could tell he was thinking, I should ask for more. I said, you should ask for more, shouldn't you? He was like, yeah. I said, next time, look at where you're going to cut. Don't assume. Because I got a big front yard, and I got a big backyard, and a walkway in both of them. And so when he was done, I said, tell you what, do the apron outside my garage door, clear all that snow out too, and I'll give you X amount of dollars extra. And he did a great job, and I gave him a tip. So he did pretty good. Leaves, I don't know, because nobody does leaves perfectly. Unless you blow them off and do all that stuff. Nah, I'm not doing that. So before the break, we were talking about what I believe the one good reason why young folks need a 2 or 4 year degree. I'll give you an example. Story from JS Online. An Illinois company is moving to the Milwaukee area, but there's no word when yet. Yaskawa America is moving its headquarters from Illinois to Franklin. They're moving from Waukegan. It's a robotics manufacturer, purchased the development site for just over $41 million, and the company plans to create 700 new jobs and consolidate its regional operations. Construction timelines for the new 800,000 square foot facility have not yet been announced. However, in June, they said they're going to relocate to Franklin Business Park. They believe it's consolidating Wisconsin and Milwaukee area operations over the next 8 to 10 years, and the company already has 270 employees in Franklin. So possible construction start dates are still in the planning stage, but they're not giving them more information. But again, it's an 800,000 square foot facility. It will include training, lab building, manufacturing, and packaging facilities, along with robotics and semiconductor production operations. That's according to the company. They're waiting to receive tax credits in connection with the development. So we're talking about, to qualify for $18 million in enterprise zone tax credits, the company must create 708 jobs, retain 268 jobs, and spend at least $129.9 million in qualified capital expenditures. Well, they will, because they got to build it. That comes from WEDC, David Callender, the Senior Director of Communications. That's according to a contract between the company and the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. The contract is for March 2025 through February 2037. So what we're looking at are jobs that young people in Milwaukee can get if they're in high school and they plan. These are the types of jobs you're going to be able to create. You're going to be able to get trained on it. You're going to be able to build it, and you're going to be able to repair it, because somebody has to fix all the automation. Somebody's got to fix the electric car, the all-electric car. Somebody's got to fix the hybrid car. Somebody's got to do that, and if you don't know how to do it, you're not going to have a job. We talk about refrigeration. We talk about furnaces, but every house has to have one. Hot water heaters, but every house has to have one. So why not go into it? Every house is going to need an electrician, a carpenter, ongoing. So we're not looking at that. We're looking for the quick, go and get the certificate, and then we're done, and then we're working. But then we're always at the whim of someone else. You can't really start your own business with just a certificate, because you're going to need some other training on business and licenses and finance, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. Best place to get it, the more affordable place to get it, is in school. You get all that. And that's why it's important, even though we just go after the certificate and we go after that, it's important that in the next 10 to 15 years, our kids actually go in and create jobs for themselves by simply doing it. And it's easy. It's easy. It's easy to do. It's tough. It's tough. Camille said, going for my graduate, I'm assuming degree now. I'm under 50. I retired from law enforcement in 6 years. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. You always have to plan for what's coming next. You always have to make sure what is on your horizon. I like to always tell people, when I get old and decrepit and die, I want to die in the middle of something. I want to leave something undone. I want to be in the middle of working and moving and growing onward and upward. That is how you should. That's just me, but that's how you should live your life. That is how you should live it. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. But that's just me. Okay. Get a degree in national security. You're going to go into the intelligence field? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's going to be a spook. Might be a he. Is Camille a he or a she? I can't see the picture. You know, it's funny because in the chat, everybody's picture is so small and you can't click it and make it bigger. So we're just kind of stuck with this little round and you really can't see the face. Except for not really a city girl. Her whole face is in there. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I want to say thank you to everyone. Camille, that one guy, not really a city girl. Kwanda, even though y'all was hollering at me. And everybody that's here. Want to say thank you. I really appreciate you. Make sure you hang out. Come on Saturday. 1017truthsummit.com. Register. Come check it out. Let's talk. Let's holler. Let's plan. Let's move this city forward. Thank you, DJ Brother Z. God bless. Take care. I'm out.
Be quiet.